This Antelope Audio Satori 2 fixed my entire home studio. This is my monitor solution. And if you see all of these beautiful wires here, everything in my studio monitor wise is routed through this. And you are actually listening to that routing right now. Let's talk about it. What's up, Archie Beats here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my home studio. Today we have the Satori 2nd generation from Antelope Audio, and as I mentioned in the introduction, this fixed my entire monitoring problem here in my home studio. As a content creator, as a music producer and film composer and re-recording mixer, this gave me the ability to intake a signal and route it anywhere here in my home studio as I please, whether it's monitored, whether it's my camera, whether it's a keyboard or a synthesizer. This literally fixed all of that, and it has summing mixing capabilities as well. And also a huge thank you to our friends over at Antelope Audio for getting this out to me. I've had it for a few months now, and it's a sturdy kind of set and go unit. Sit it in your studio. It replaced my first unit, so I just set it in. And if you are interested in this unit, be sure to check it out in the description below. Antelope Audio has great hardware and great software plugins, and hey, you guys got to check it out. So what is the Antelope Audio Satori 2nd generation? What is this along with the R4S remote? It is the new generation of precise monitoring. It's extremely clean. You have independent monitoring. Like I said, I can put an input, my audio interface here. I actually have my audio interface routed to channel 1 here, and I'm sending the signal to all of my monitors and to my camera here in my home studio and back into my audio interface. I can route this into a compressor as well, a stereo compressor. I can sum out of this. It's a really cool device as far as monitoring. And although I use it as a monitor selection, it's really nice to have that summing mixing capability with this as well. And the design is absolutely stunning. Clean analog circuitry is extremely important when it comes to monitoring your mixes, monitoring your production, because you want to have that precise and critical listening when you're trying to create something or you're trying to mix something. Hey, this is really important. The analog circuitry is it. The extended remote is really helpful. Like I say, it's literally mirror of the unit. It has more than enough of the options on the main unit here to control in your home studio. And this is a mastering grade unit. Antelope Audio is one of the kings when it comes to mastering grade and creating mastering grade equipment. Just do your research. So with the signal path, it's all neutral. There's no color. With that, you are getting that classic analog clarity. They also upgraded the power supply technology. And for all of you cool tech nerds out there, we are coming in at analog circuits design of 132 dB DNR. We have a negative 127 dB THD plus N with digital control. And we have a precise 0.25 dB step volume control. So the step volume control going up in increments at 0.25 decibels. We have 4 stereo pair of line inputs, 4 stereo line inputs of D sub, and we have 1 talkback microphone with a preamp and the TRS connection at the back. We also get a reliable line level output signal with those D subs at the back. We also have 4 stereo, as you guys can see the channels as we mentioned, those are 4 stereo pair of monitor outputs. And then we have 1 line level of summing output at the back here with TRS, as you can see. And then we also have the 1 LFE output on TRS as well. Previously, I had the Satori, the 1st generation, and from the get-go, it fixed my studio right out of the box. When my friends over at Antelope Audio contacted me about the new one that was coming out, I was like, okay, let's go, let's rock it. The remote control to this unit here, the R4S remote, it has more than enough controls and options on it that is basically mirror here to the larger unit, the main unit here, and it's a simple and easy connection. So let's go over this unit, and then we're gonna jump on the screen to show you guys how it works with the Satori 2 control panel here. This section here, we're going to start with the power. The power button, of course, you know, it turns on the unit. And then we have the input selector. As I mentioned, and I'm going to turn this around and flip this around so you guys can see exactly how I routed my studio. My audio interface is going into channel 1 here, and we're distributing it out via these 4 channels right here of monitor. We have 4 channels, stereo channels of monitoring. You guys are about to see that too. We have our sound button here, and then our main volume control knob here, which you can push it in to mute it. Then we have our mono selector here, our dim selector here, and then our mid side as well. And then over here we have our talkback microphone. This actually has a microphone built inside, which if you have a booth in your studio, and this is a monitoring solution here. So having a talkback mic in your monitor solution is really cool. And then of course we have our monitor selection. So once you select this, right now we're on channel 3. Why are we on channel 3 is because my content creator setup, which I can blend everything together, man. My content creator setup here, I have my task cam, which routes to my camera, selected here, and then my studio monitors are on 2 and my focal on 1. Listen, y'all, this is really cool. I'm excited because this fixed everything. I don't have to get under the desk or have a patch bay locked in with this. This is a really great solution for my home studio. And then we have our headphones 1 and 2, which is software controlled. We can control our volume via our headphones on the software. You guys are going to see it here, the Satori 2 control panel. We have 2 at the front. Convenient, very convenient. Love that. And then let's go to the back and let's put our lovely remote here. As you guys can see, as we stated, like, come on. So here at the back, as you can see, we're fully set up here. We have our power supply here. That, of course, is the power. It works with the power button. Then we have our USB connection that goes to our computer. And then right here, this is our left and right. This is channel 1. My audio interface is connected to this left and right. As you can see, audio interface out into this, and this is how I have it set up. This is my solution. Now I can route my audio interface output to any output source by collaborating with this side here. And if I want to plug in something else here, like for example, if I have a keyboard and synthesizer, I can route it here, and I can select any one of these channels output here and route it to the output of any of the speakers in here. So as you guys can see, we can have a multiple computer setup. So if you have somebody that's coming to the studio and they have their computer and they want to play something, this is a solution for that. So you have 4 different stereo options of input here, and we see channel 2 here, left and right, as I mentioned, then channel 3 and 4 right here, and then over here we have our channel 5 and 8 through, and our channel 5 and 8 input. Basically you have your D sub through, which is outputs for your stereo channels coming through the stereo inputs of 5 and 6 right here, and then the D sub inputs as well as the D sub through also sums to the stereo sum output. So you see you have the selector at the front for your sum, and then the D sub inputs are 8 channels of D sub connection, and you have your multi D sub connector there. The 8 channels actually make up for the 4 stereo channel inputs. And with that being said, the odd number inputs are the left signal, and the even numbers of the inputs are the right signal. Then of course you see we have our stereo outputs. This is the output section here, and with the output section you have your stereo left and right here, which are going to my main focal monitors here. And then we have our left and right for this channel here. This actually going to the KRK. These are the V series, and then my content creator task cam camera, and then we have monitor 4, and like I said, you can select everything at the front. And then the sum left and right, which is an output as well. So your D sub connector here with the input of channel 5 and 8, it goes out of the sum right here. So when you select that switch at the front, you're getting your Sami mixer working full time. This is 100% awesome. I love it. Then your talkback microphone, you can actually have a talkback microphone as well. And then the LFE, then headphones 3 and 4. So this is a really cool, well monitor option unit here. And as I mentioned, this is really clean. If you look at the remote here, it's just one USB going out, USB connector going out. And as you can see, it's literally right on par with the unit. You see you have your channel 1, 2, 3, 4 selected on here or selected on the hardware as well. It's basically a smaller representation of the bigger unit here. You have channels 1 through 8, which I think is really, look how they just organized it to all be on this unit here, along with the talkback mic, the summing button, sub, mid-side, dim, mono. You can even push the knob in on here as well, the volume knob, the Antelope to initiate it, to crank it on. You want to make sure that you turn it on via the software and make sure that it's connected. So great piece of gear. So let's hop on the screen and take a look at the Satori control panel. So here it is. We have the Satori monitor control panel here that's on screen. You can click the button at the bottom here, or you can launch it via Antelope launcher. Before we do anything, a very important thing you must do to activate the remote here, click this little icon here and you can see, make sure you have that selected, because none, it's not going to work. You're just going to have the Antelope audio logo on your R4S, so make sure that you have that selected. You see we have our summing mixer here. This is for our summing mixer, this section over here. So it begins here and you have the power button here. You can turn this off and on via software as well. And then we have our channel, and also you have a summing selected there, which is, as you guys remember, 5 through 8. That's your summing mixer. So it actually indicates that on the software as well. So as you can see, the channel 1 and through 8, all right here on the software as well, also on the remote as well, which is really cool. The next thing is that you have your trim here. You can adjust your trim here, and also the effects. And down here you see we have our indicator here for our input, and then our main volume knob here, which is fully controllable with the unit or with the actual remote control. You see you're getting a little change there. It's really smooth. There we go. It's a seamless interface with the actual hardware and the software. It's interfaced perfectly. And then we have our mono here, and then our dim switch here to drop the volume, and then mute, of course. We can mute by pushing the knob in as well on the unit. And then we have our monitor section. We can select 1 through 4, which you see we have that on the physical unit. We can press a button or you can use the software, whichever one makes you comfortable. We have our bypass here, and then we have our sub switch here. Whatever you want to use for your talkback mic, you have that option here as well. USB mic, rear mic, FP mic, whatever you want. The unit mic, it's right here, and you can adjust the talkback volume as well, and you can initiate it on the front of this unit as well. Now these are your headphones. So HP headphones, you can control the volume via software. I remember we discussed that. They wanted to make this unit as clean as possible, so you have headphone control inside of your software. And then right here, you can mute it, you can talk. See that? You see how this switch there? You have that option on this unit. You can turn it up, turn it down, and then the back, rear, front is actually indicated on here as well. You have individual control of the headphone volume via the software, which I find convenient as well. Then you can mute it and turn it off and kill the switch. So it's all this unit here. This is distributing the sound to you. Well, I really do hope that you all enjoyed this video. This single-handedly fixed my home studio. I find it very useful monitoring, and I find it very useful as far as the summing mixing. Very useful unit, all-in-one monitor solution. So if you have any questions about it, be sure to comment your questions below. I'd be happy to answer it. I've been playing around with this for some months now, and it's a great unit. I've had the previous unit. I just kind of moved it in place of the older unit. Also, a huge thank you to our friends over at Antelope Audio for getting this out to me. These are tools, and we use tools to make cool things like music and sound and other movies, all types of stuff. So this unit is a tool that helps you with that. Remember, don't forget to be great and create. This is your boy Archie Beats, and I am signing off.